Welcome back to the Clean Slate Video Club. And have you ever been stuck in LA traffic and thought, you know what would make this better? If I shot someone. We are kind of watching, I guess, I don't want to say necessarily satire movies, but movies about America and kind of social commentary on what it means to live in America, whether today or in the past. So we've done some interesting ones so far. I don't know what you guys think because I haven't seen those comments yet. And we don't really get comments. But we are watching a movie that an ex-drug addict told me to watch. And this movie's Falling Down. I had never seen this movie before. It is from director Joel Schumacher, who is incredibly gay. And if you've seen his Batman and Robin movie, you know he loves a leathery nipple. Let's hear that log line, Daniel.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the cast list for this.
I thought you were looking at the nipples.
Okay. An ordinary man reaches his breaking point and starts lashing out against the various flaws he sees in society.
Yeah.
This movie would be called Crash Out. Why is it called Falling Down now?
Because of the song. London Bridge is falling down.
Oh.
It would be called Crash Out if it came out today. The whole time I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's just crashing out. Cool cast. I mean, we have Michael Douglas, which he's quite young in this movie, I feel like, at least visually. I feel like I've only seen him old. So, and then Robert Duvall, who I've only seen old, and he's also old in this. And then those are kind of like your main guys as far as like recognizable casting goes.
Was the homeless dude a famous actor?
The homeless dude.
Remember that he gives the
one that was
to?
like, yeah, and he has like a couple joke bits in there. I don't know. Do you know the
he looks
character's
like
name?
that one. I'm looking right now.
The one cop lady seemed familiar to me.
Oh, CD guy in the park. Is this him?
That's a great
John
name
Fleck.
Yeah, I don't recognize
okay.
the name. I mean, we've probably seen a lot of these actors before, to be honest.
No, he just looks like that one. He looked like Dempsey.
I could see that. Yeah, like a less attractive version.
Yeah, I forget what Dempsey's first name is.
Let's get into our. I have no idea, honestly. Let's get into our thoughts on this movie, though. What's our first thing that we usually talk about? Is that?
Oh, never mind. He doesn't look like Patrick Dempsey.
So, as far as performances go, I think this honestly is a pretty strong showcase of both of our leading men. Michael Douglas obviously doesn't have. I mean, he technically doesn't have a lot to do emotionally until like maybe the end of the movie, other than anger. I feel like, but he nails it. I've never seen him in a role like this, so I quite enjoyed his performance. And then Robert Duvall is kind of like a breath of fresh air in this movie. Like when we cut to the detective scenes, and it's kind of like, I guess, a little corny and cheesy sometimes, his performance, but it's also very heartfelt. Like his little smirk after he gets like a little dig in every now and then. I don't know. I thought the way he was acting and the way that character was written was so fun for me. Yeah, so I think overall performances, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think they both killed it. Even like our side characters, I think overall nail it. Some of them are playing to stereotype, I think, overall, though. So it's nothing really that impressive, but it's good enough. So,
yeah, I think mine kind of goes in with a little bit of writing, but acting and performances, like, I think a lot of the actors here were kind of, it felt a little cheesy, but like, I think a lot of the performances, even in like him responding to, this is also why I don't like a lot of 90s movies, is because everything's over the top. But like, even when he goes to the racist shop or whatever, that guy was over the top.
It was so over the top. I've met guys like that in LA though.
Yeah, I bet. Anyway, but like when he goes to get the whammy burgers or whatever, that like was so funny. Like he's like, get him breakfast.
Oh,
And he's
the
like, never mind, I
manager?
want lunch. And then he's like holding the drink and the hamburger
that
and
was
then the
pretty good.
fries. And he's just like, so, yeah, I thought this was actually like somewhat a little bit caricature in some of the performances. But when it came to like, my favorite was Robert Duvall and then the mom and daughter.
Yeah.
I thought their like storylines were really good. Everything else kind of seemed a little bit like kind of like, okay, come on, like it's not, I don't know. So I don't know if there's something deeper there, but overall,
Like some of it I think could be the writing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the way his wife was written, Robert Duvall's wife, I thought, I don't know, she was kind of a pointless aspect.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
she
plot.
was like, and also way over the top too.
Yeah, and I think that was maybe the point, but then she was kind of more normal towards the end, like where I was like, oh, so she's not like schizophrenic or whatever. Like
I know.
I
So
don't
it's
know.
just
It was
like, oh,
kinda
so he
odd.
just needed to put his wife in check. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, because that's kind of like what the message was at the end for him, and I was like, okay, what am I watching right now? But still a great performance.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll give a 3 out of 5 for acting and performances.
Okay.
I will, moving on to writing, this will be my lowest of it because I think a lot of the dialogue is really bad here. In general, a lot of the like play-by-play scenes I really liked. I like how it all kind of gradually comes to this big like showdown. Crescendo,
if you will.
Right, and I think it like the very first scene bugs me, but I think it's on purpose because we kind of get like a little bit of a taste of what
It
is
made me
bugging him.
anxious.
Yeah, I hated it.
It's
But-
good the anxiety-inducing nature. This might fall into editing too, but in the writing, I think it does build in like anxiety throughout the script, which is hard to achieve at times.
Right, and like I think because we're going along with now, like he is a mentally ill man, but the whole idea behind this movie is like it's just the world around him is changing in a way that he doesn't recognize, and obviously this takes place in America or in LA. So
It's
like
not part of America. It's its own country.
specifically LA. It kind of is somewhat. Anyway,
It can be. Ohio feels
so
that way too.
I like the gradual escalation of everything. There was like enough in there to keep me like, whoa, this is insane. And then there was a lot in there to kind of continue to build even on what's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think overall the writing is pretty good. I would say it's not perfect. Like the dialogue sometimes is a little corny, but at times that also took me away from like the anxiety aspect of it that I was feeling, or like the heaviness of the film. So like I liked the humor. I don't know how intentional all the humor was, but I did enjoy it to a certain extent. I don't know if that kind of humor makes sense with this kind of subject matter. Again, this was early 90s, so I don't know. It was this is like before like, schools and I don't know if I can say any of that on this podcast right now.
Yeah, true.
Google anything, any news headlines in the last couple of years. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, I think the writing overall is decent. I'm still going to only give it a 3.5 because it's not like, I don't know, it's not the craziest story ever. And it does drag a little bit. And there's maybe like extra information we don't need, or like areas where they maybe could have expanded on other characters better. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5, maybe a 3, depending on the day, but still pretty well written overall. What are you laughing about?
I'm already starting to read some of these comments. I do like this one comment that someone says about this is it's not a funny one. People say this has aged poorly, but if anything, a movie about a racist, violent guy who thinks he's a victim. I don't think he's racist because he's actual racist, he said, I'm not up on board with that. So I don't think he's a racist.
The actual racist.
Yeah, and he kills the actual racist.
At least.
A violent guy who thinks he's a victim and who thinks he's right about everything is more relevant than ever. So I think that actually kind of makes sense because one of the last lines at the end, he's like, "Wait, I'm the bad guy," and he doesn't
no
even.
idea.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It is actually absurd. And this would be a news headline. Like I would not be shocked by that at all.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate this movie isn't just mindless violence as well, because I don't know if you remember this movie called Rampage that came out, I think, in 2009. It's essentially just a mass shooting movie, which I feel like this movie could have fell into that category at one point, but it doesn't kind of fall into that trap. It kind of does something a little bit more interesting. Anyways, that's just a side note. But visuals is our next talking point. What do you think about the visuals of this movie?
Visuals here is really bad. I'm going to give this one a 2.
Really?
I thought a lot of the scenes were really kind of like just... It didn't age well, the visuals for this movie.
Interesting. I'm cool with the visuals on this one. I don't think anything is over the top. I think it's serviceable, I guess, if that makes sense.
So my main reason that took me out of visuals is the very opening scene when he finally makes the decision to get out of the car and start running. It is the worst camera pushing I've ever seen.
That was rough.
History.
That was a little rough.
I was like, oh my gosh. And then he's just running, and it just looked like such a bad set. The best visual is when he has the freaking bazooka and accidentally shoots it down in the tunnel.
See, that scene was kind of dumb too, though. Like, that was like the weird humor in this movie where the kid's like, where's the camera? Let me show you how to use the bazooka.
Exactly.
Like, what is happening right now? Yeah, I would still give the visuals a 3. I think they're serviceable, but nothing that I'm going to remember a week from now.
Yeah, it's nothing great. Okay. Next is the score. Actually, I will say the score was decent in this.
Awesome.
There was a couple of times where I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I know it sounded like kind of like a Halo.
I can see that. Yeah,
it's like or like an AC/DC, like burn, like that deep guitar.
Make me question things a few times because the music is like a hero's theme almost, and I was like, he's not a good guy. And I was like, I wonder where this is gonna land in the end of the movie, and obviously that's not where
I feel like somebody could
like,
remake this movie and kind of add a little bit more like symbolism than what is kind of like this is like bare bones,
a smarter version of it,
commentary in this. But
it's kind of like a proto American Psycho in some ways too. I think these two movies would pair really well. And you definitely get the audience that maybe would misunderstand this movie and be like, "No, he actually was the good guy." That person probably exists.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments said, "Literally me." So they do exist.
See, they exist. Okay, editing. I have nothing to write home about it. I think it's fine, but the pacing is good. For a movie, essentially a dude walking from point A to point B. Yeah. I thought the choices of when they cut back to the detective or even some of the wife and her story, and even like a minor flashback and stuff like that. I think the way they paced that out throughout the film made it entertaining. Because if it was just him going on his little journey, I think it'd be kind of boring. So I think slowly getting some of those other aspects and helped the pacing a lot for me. And it's not a very long movie by any means, but it went by pretty quick. So I think that's
sadly for me, this I think it does have a really good pacing, which is kind of funny because you definitely said that the pacing of this movie wasn't amazing, but
I changed my mind
within 5 minutes.
Yeah, I can.
So the pacing for me, I thought was fine. I thought it was actually really good. The sad part for me is like in the story once he kind of gets back home and we kind of reveal now a little bit more because we don't really know much about him as a person, more that he's just crashing out. But like once he like watches that home video and it's just like him and his daughter and it's like a really sweet moment, I thought this kind of like little camera flashback scene revealed a lot because it's just like he's sitting there and you watching himself like play with his daughter and everything, and then it just gets slowly darker and darker and starts
like the way he's acting is
exactly,
so evil.
And it was just like whoa, it was kind of a really sweet moment, but then it like almost brought you back into reality. It was like, oh no, he's not a good guy.
It was a good realization moment. I kind of feel like they could have maybe interspersed some of that throughout the movie, like the good moments, and then we don't get the bad until closer to the end, and we're like, oh, this guy's way worse than we thought he was, or there's more to the story.
You definitely could play this as he is like, I just want to be with my daughter, because his main goal is I want to be with my daughter. Like it's her birthday today, and it's a very simple goal. But like the more and more that like I think again, which is why I think somebody could make a really smarter version of this and be like, oh no, you could actually like root for this guy, but then at the end of it, you find out he's kind of demented. Anyway, all that to say, I think revealing that at the end was really sweet, but also just like a dark confirmation of what he's going through. And so, yeah, I'm going to give editing and pacing, more so for pacing, a 4 out of 5 for this.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll land on 4 out of 5 as well.
Okay, so now my favorite segment is the letterbox comments. Have you read some of them already?
No, I haven't read any.
Okay.
I'm down to hear them, though.
So there's not that much, but here's a few where it says, middle-aged angry white guy with a machine gun, the movie.
That's like, what was that movie, Machine Gun Pastor or something stupid?
Oh, Machine Gun Preacher, yeah.
Yeah.
This one says, anytime I get McDonald's at 10:35 and they refuse to make me a bacon egg McMuffin, I think of this movie.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay, when I go to Burger King... Somebody
wrote that in 2011. That's crazy.
They're a serial killer.
Yeah. This one says, proof that all-day breakfast saves lives.
That's crazy.
When Dwight really has had it with Jim's pranks, literally. Oh gosh, here's a serious one. Inexcusable. This movie may not be racist and authoritarian intent, but it is racist, among other things, because although it is not uncritical of him, you are expected to understand that this man has a legitimate beef.
What? No, we don't. We aren't expected to think that.
That didn't even make sense to me. I get what they're trying to say.
We're not supposed to like him. If you like him, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I don't even feel bad for him. At the end,
I just don't get the racist authorial intent.
Like that author, like the director didn't.
Oh, I was thinking of it as like authoritative, like
You could argue that like some of like, I mean, mind you, this was filmed during the LA riots, so there's some tension probably if you're watching this in that time period.
I don't think so, because he literally looks at the black guy who is talking about the other, like the financial things, and the guy's like, "Don't forget
that's
me."
Who he most relates to.
Yeah, what? So I don't know. I don't understand.
I can see someone taking it that way though, because like the first person he attacks is just like a Korean shop owner.
I mean, okay, yes, he does say, "You come to my country, you don't even learn my language."
Yeah, he kind of goes a little crazy there. But then, like, the other guys, like the gangsters, they're Hispanic, and they just attack him. So I think that one's a little different scenario, but...
Okay.
Someone said, bro's a low-key, a chill guy.
This one says Karen, the movie.
Dude, they should remake this with a woman.
That would actually be really funny. Patriotic American makes a stand for father's rights and against rudeness. I sincerely thought this was the funniest movie ever made when I saw it as a kid. Something about pulling out a Tech 9 at a fast food restaurant was the most hilarious thing I could imagine. That's crazy. Oh man, dude, yeah, these are pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, well, that is it. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on this? I think.
Imagine if he was around for gas prices. He'd lose it. He'd be more than falling down.
In Trump's Iran war.
He goes to Iran. He goes to the White House and then he goes to Iran. He ends it all. He's ending our government. He's ending their government.
This is a good movie, though. I'm going to honestly give this movie a 4 out of 5. Like, I really enjoyed it. I thought I was going to hate it, and because of my thing of, like, really not liking 90s movies, I came into it with a bad attitude. But I, like, could not look away.
Thanks for admitting it.
It was really, really good. And I would watch this again. I think it would be nice if they like did a remaster version of this, because it was a tough.
Like it was a tough. Or you mean like a remake?
Not a remake, like a remaster, like the quality of it.
Yeah, they could remaster it easy. I don't know. There might already be one out there.
Maybe, but anyway, we'll 4 out of 5 for me.
Okay. I'll get you the new 4K that's out.
Give me the poster. Okay. Any other thoughts?
No, I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen it and your druggy friend told you to watch it, you should sure watch it.
For sure.
I should question that guy, because he was talking about like how he relates.
Gosh. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for our episode this week. If you haven't, go check out our other episode of the commentary of the USA. It's kind of funny how we did criticisms of the USA for the 250th anniversary. But either way, Don't Look Up is really funny. So go watch that. We got some more movies coming out this month. We got a fun Alien month coming up in August, so that's going to be really exciting. And guys, as always, we are starting to make the push towards October. So
let's go, baby.
Get ready for October. Our new season, I think season 3 on YouTube, but season 4 or 5 of our lifetime.
That's crazy.
No, I think it's 4. We're going to start. I think we're starting season 5.
I got some fun movies picked out. I'm ready to talk
too.
to Daniel about it, but I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you for those who watch and pay attention and comment.
All 20.
Do some more because it's fun and we like talking to you guys. So thanks for watching. Be kind, rewind. Peace.
Peace. Love you guys.